It's time for the MMA-Holes!
From the Junkback Studios of Arizona, we're live with the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome to the MMA-Holes. We are live. We are wonderful, wonderful. Literally, right before we went live, an image popped up on the interwebs, and we're going to dissect it. It's of Conor McGregor at the doctor's office. So he hits the doctor's office. I ask you to hit the like button. Shout out to our sponsors, mybookie.ag. The promo code is MMA-Holes for a 10% match on your first deposit. Going over to mybookie.ag. Do it responsibly and win big. Dubby. I got some W electrolytes in my cup right now. W 10% code MMA-Holes. Go over to the site, use the code, get 10% off. There's a link in the description to that. And there's a link in the description for ESPN Plus if you'd like to watch The Ultimate Fighter or UFC 303. Guys, we have been covering this topic. Conor McGregor. Will he fight? Will he not fight? The last stream we did, I was very pessimistic. I did it from my cell phone, and I was like, that's it. It's over. It's over, baby. Conor McGregor's not going to come back. And then we find out that Ariel Helwani put something out there. We'll listen to that. And then he's very optimistic that he will come back. And then this picture drops on the interwebs of Conor McGregor at the hospital. Literally just dropped on the internet. Conor McGregor social media, not his Twitter, but on his Instagram and his Facebook. So guys and gals of the chat, if you look at this image right over here, he looks to be very hurt. He looks very uncomfortable. He's got bones next to him. You're looking at this over here. Let's get a little closer so we can dissect this picture. I see in the chat people are saying this is AI. Well, I am an AI expert, and I'm going to get to the bottom of this. So here on the MMA-Holes, this is what we do. We zoom in very closely to Conor McGregor's face, and his veneers are looking to be still in line, abnormally white. His face does look a little CGI'd. His arms do look a little deflated compared to when he was on Roid House. He could be high as fuck, says Freedom Guy in the chat. He does look like he's had a good one over there. I don't know what the testing's like with the marijuana. His tattoos are a little fade from all the sun he's been consuming on his Lambo yacht. Let's scroll down over here. There's his bed. You see the plastic on it. You see rolls and rolls of, or that's like the longest roll of toilet paper ever. How does this work? Oh, that's the wrapping for the bed. I mean, this is clearly a hospital. There's his package over here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Notorious athletic department. I guess he has his own sweatpants. You scroll down over here. He's got his flip-flops on, his little slippers. Okay. You scroll up this direction. You pass his cock again. You go up to the table. And there they are. There they are, the bones. Next to Conor McGregor, giving proof that he's at the hospital. Now, if this is CGI, I mean, he could be... Back up a second. He could be on a, who knows? He could be on a, a little fold-out chair on the beach somewhere. But if you look at the lighting, this is hospital lighting. Very, very hospital lighting over here. I mean, you have to change a lot to give that type of lighting. This is not an outdoor shot. This is, in fact, an indoor shot. Now, hey, maybe he's on his couch. Maybe he's got a little recliner or something like that. But if you look, it's clearly a bed. Maybe he's lying on his bed. I don't know, man. The way that's propped up and the pillows behind it, you have to put it just right, just perfectly for it to be photoshopped. I mean, anything is possible, but from this picture that I just dissected right here, it's clearly real, and he's clearly at the hospital. Now, this confirms the theory that I had initially. The first theory that I had when the press conference was canceled in Dublin. 10,000 people were supposed to be there. I see a lot of people saying fake in the chat. Well, we'll find out, guys. We'll find out, okay? You want me to check the shadows on the wall? Okay, I'm going to do that next. I got you. I'm not going to let anything pass me by. But when the press conference was canceled in Ireland, Conor McGregor was nowhere to be found. Just gone. No announcements, nothing. Just the only announcement was the press conference was not happening. And I said, this guy is clearly at the doctor. Like, that's the one thing that I was consistent throughout. I truly believe that Conor McGregor maybe had some sort of situation pop up where he had to go to the hospital and get checked out. Whether it's serious or not, well, that was what was being debated. You know, is this a serious injury? Why would they cancel a whole press conference for something like this? My initial thoughts were that this situation was just to make sure everything's good. Maybe he tweaked something and he went to the doctor just to make sure nothing's wrong. I mean, he's coming off a serious injury. But as time has passed and more information popped up and the UFC was pulling ads and it was difficult to get the pay-per-views, well, then I was getting worried, and we did a stream yesterday. I went from 50-50 to like a 90 to 10% saying he's not going to fight at the end of the month. Very, very worried, very concerned, getting many texts and DMs from the community and family, people checking on my well-being, thinking that I might not make it. You know, this is a very serious situation. Conor McGregor's return is a big deal. Big, big deal as an MMA-hole over here and being the number one Conor fan in the world. I mean, I like to pride myself on that. I'm such a fan that at UFC 303, during the fights, I'm going to be giving away a Conor McGregor doll if he's competing. But I did say if that was not going to happen and this fight fell apart, I was going to burn this doll. I was going to take it out of the plastic, maybe slightly kiss its cheek, and then light it on fire. But here we are, getting great news from Ariel Helwani, and then right before we go live, this image pops up on Instagram and Facebook. I can't even believe the first place I saw it was Facebook. I can't stand Facebook. Facebook is literally the worst social media source. I just would get rid of it if I didn't have this channel, and we barely even use it for this channel. Facebook's horrific. But when I was scrolling through the social and Facebook popped up, this was the first thing that popped up on my screen. I was like, what the hell? I immediately scrambled downstairs, changed the image immediately. It says, hey, we got to do something about this. You look so little. I am very little, guys. Actually, I didn't go to the gym today. I've been slacking very much so. But I still got it. Would you like me to put myself like this, like all the other content creators out there? Hey, guys, it's me. I'm going to show you my... No, I'm not going to do that. My squeaky microphone. I'm not going to do that. Subject you to that. I mean, how much man do you need to see? I have to keep myself at a distance from the camera, but I can't show you too much man. You might get completely insecure and leave. I don't want that to happen. But I have all this man over here next to me, and maybe that will... anyway, how dare you distract me.
Wonderful.
Now, back to this image that dropped. Someone in the chat said, check the shadows to see if this is photoshopped. Let's check it. Okay, I do see light shadowing. Now, listen, it's not harsh shadowing, it's light shadowing, which would mean that there's harsh lights. There's big lights in this room. It's well lit, and that's what you need in a hospital room over here. So subtle shadowing leads me to believe that, yes, this is in a hospital. Now, you go down towards, see, this is how you know it's real. You scroll down over here by the long toilet paper. Now, some may say this is Photoshop because what kind of toilet paper is that? I mean, you need the biggest ass in the world to wipe your ass with such a large size roll. I mean, how big could the crack be for a roll of toilet paper like that? Now, me, personally, I don't use toilet paper. I use a bidet like a real man. I wash it out of my ass. I don't like to stick my finger in my butthole like some people in the chat like to do.
Wonderful.
Me personally, I like to shoot water in my ass so I don't have to touch my anus. But, you know, to each his own. Everyone likes to do their own thing. But this is the longest roll of toilet. Listen, it's not a roll of toilet paper. Of course, it's the paper that goes on the bed. And that's at a hospital. I mean, if you're going to Photoshop this thing and say, hey, let's make this a hospital. I mean, A lot of detail in this picture. That seems to be legit. Other than this, I'm still on the fence about this. I think his bulge might be a little photoshopped. Just saying. I don't think that's complete. I think that's CGI. No Irishman has such a big package like that. It's an impossibility.
Super chat.
We got a super chat coming in from Duckman.
His foot was a balloon. Also shout out to King Cobra JFS.
Thank you for sharing that. Hey, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. If the donations are hefty tonight, of course, you know what I'll do. I'll open up those phone lines for God's sakes. And let the crazies call in and try to figure out what the hell's going on. I'm going to play a little Ariel Helwani. And today was a roller coaster ride of emotions because, like I said before, Ariel was lifting our spirits saying, hey, well, I'll play it after this alert.
Super chat.
Ted Hammond dropping to 2.
Wow, Dad.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wow, Dad. That's what I said. I said wow. I didn't say dad, but I did say wow right before I went live as I scrambled downstairs to put together a new thumbnail because I said, listen, this image is very, very important. It's an important piece of information. It solidifies the theory that this man was in the hospital, but he has a big smile on his face. So it's a little contradictory. Is that even how you say it? It's contradicting the theories. A big-ass smile on his face. Who's happy at the hospital? No person is happy at the hospital. It's an impossibility. But there is Conor McGregor just sitting at the hospital all happy. Let's go to that Jedi Goodman guy, that Jedi guy who seems to just love posting Ariel Helwani stuff. He saves us time and he makes sure that we do not have to watch the nose. And I have to say this. I can never make fun of Jedi Goodman. In fact, he's retweeted a couple of things here and there. Seems like a nice guy. I mean, listen, we should all thank him for his service because does anyone sit through Ariel Helwani? The answer is no. None of us sit through Ariel. That's why people watch our show. They're like, all right, let's just give me the Cliff Notes. A little silly. Cole Connor, he will pick up. He likes to be poked and prodded. Maybe D just got an abortion. Well, what is he doing on the table? Get off the table. I'm tired. If he was donating sperm and just got jerked off by RN, maybe he got jerked off by RN. It's possible. Definitely D lets Connor smash whoever he wants. I would say probably, yeah. I shite off what the fuck? Yeah, why the fuck is he grinning like he's either trolling or he's trolling while he's injured? Listen, the more I look at this picture, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go. Jesse's in the chat. She says, don't hospital beds have arms and buttons? That looks more like a PT room. Oh, hold on a second. Well, just hold on a second. Guys and gals in the chat, Jesse could be right. And let me tell you why Jesse could be right here as I pull the picture back up. Oh, fuck. I got to get rid of this guy. How do I get a Jew off my... Oh, here we go. There's Conor McGregor. Now, yeah, you know what, guys? You know what? Jesse's right. Jesse's correct. This is a doctor's office. This is not a hospital. Jesse is correct. Conor McGregor is not at the hospital. She would know better than me because she gave birth to 2 of our children. Anytime I'm at the hospital, it's because of a fucking panic attack and I don't know what the hell's going on. But Jesse is correct. If you look at the bed on this thing, an adjustable bed with a large roll of toilet paper next to it, well, indeed, this could be a PT office. This could be a chiropractor, physical therapist, any sort of doctor, someone with the joint, some sports medicine doctor. Who the hell who knows? Orthopedic doctor. Could be. Now, if it's an orthopedic doctor, you kind of really don't want to be at one of those because a lot of times you go to one of those doctors or specialists, sometimes it could be really serious, you know? But yeah, orthopedic doctor is probably the answer. That's the one I'd probably go with. Yeah, so not a hospital, guys. He's at the doctor's office. But what for? And why is he smiling so much? Why is he so happy? This picture leads me to believe that he is trolling. That the reason why he, excuse me, allergies. The reason why he said, you know what, I'm not going to, I'm not going to do the press conference. Can't do it. Something happened. Something popped up. Something got tweaked. Something needed to be checked out. And he needed to check it out right now because the fight is, 20 some odd days away? You got to make sure you're healthy. You got to make sure you're clean, cleared, and ready to go. So he probably said, hey, Dana, I know there's 10,000 people showing up to this thing, but I can't go. While he was at this doctor's office and he saw all the craziness go on, he probably snapped a picture and says, hey, D, let's get a nice smile in this picture. I'll release it when the time is right. And the time is right now. That's when he released it, right before we went live. And this is a troll smile, guys. This is a smile that leads me to believe that there is no serious thing going on here. He's good. And if you see a previous post before that, this would confirm the theory, okay? Check this out. This is a stream where I have to say this. In a bunch of streams that we have been giving you guys bad news in theories about Conor McGregor, this stream will be a little bit lighter. Spoiler alert, guys. This stream will be way lighter, actually, because I truly believe that Conor McGregor will make the walk. I also got a DM from someone from our community that confirmed that the pay-per-view is still available to buy. Now, I know that means nothing, but to everyone running around saying, oh, my God, they took everything off of social media. Oh, my God, they're not promoting this fight. They removed Conor versus Diaz. Well, the theory's out there of people saying, you know what, this could be a publicity stunt. It's a little bit of both, guys. That's exactly what's going on here. Yes, there was an injury. Yes, the press conference had to get canceled. They did not cancel the press conference to do a publicity stunt, but they canceled the press conference, saw what was going on, assessed the situation, saw that Conor McGregor was viral, and will he come back? A million gazillion people were making videos about this. Let's keep our mouth shut. Everyone's talking about it. Conor's post, when everything was going nuts, we showed this originally, and it was Conor McGregor with his family, and this was like 3 posts ago, and it says, thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you, God. There he is with his family over there. I don't think he'd be thanking God if he had to pull out from this fight that's going down at the end of this month. And I know this upsets people out there that were really hoping that Conor was going to pull out of this fight. But to you out there that were sliding into my DMs, to you out there that perhaps may be floating around in the chat, hiding in the bushes, I say this. We're back, boys! I'm giving this away. UFC 303. There was a lot of messages from people like, man, I hope you're all right, bro. I know you're really looking for the return of Conor McGregor. You're looking forward to that, man. I knew you guys were full of shit. You guys were dancing on my fucking tears. We're back. Now, Ariel Helwani puts this out before this image gets released. And let me play it. Everything's good now. All is well. All is well. And now Flanagan says a roller coaster ride. It is, indeed. When is it not a roller coaster ride when it comes to McGregor? And this has got to be driving people nuts. Driving people crazy out there. Because a lot of people either want Conor to fight, want to see him fight, or just don't want to see him fight at all. That pill has been violated. No, it's in plastic. The outside might glow from black light, but not the inside, okay? So when you do get it, whoever wins the Conor McGregor pillow, I urge you to open it with gloves. And then once the seal is broken, you'll be fine. But the plastic over it could have remnants of male seed on the outside. I'm just saying. It might. It may or not. May or not. I don't know. I mean, Jessie might have even rubbed her clam against this thing, for God's sakes. I don't have a camera on this 24/7. Okay? But it is in the plastic. It is in the plastic. Dana White trolling too, and I see in the chat Dana announcing fight nights in Denver but not saying anything about UFC 303. Well, that's part of the deal, guys. Eventually, Dana White is going to have, oh boy, guys. Dana White is going to have a field day. He's going to have a field day. Once everything settles over here with everyone making these silly videos, smoke settles, Dana's going to make a video, probably a compilation of a bunch of YouTube creators, all these people out there, and he's just going to shit on them. Don't believe anything you hear. Don't believe anything you read on the internet. It's all lies. It's all bullshit. Blah, 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 blah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Get ready. That's coming. That's coming, guys.
I'm coming. I'm coming!
Here's Ariel Helwani on the MMA Hour. He gives an update on UFC 303 8 hours ago. And this is before the image was released. We go back in time like a movie. You know, when you see the part of the movie, you're like, oh, hold on. This happened 8 hours ago. Here's Ariel. I didn't see it. I did hear that he spoke about it. And of course, I go to Jedi Goodman. He pins it. So it must be very, very important, okay?
But we don't dilly-dally. We don't waste time. We know everyone is thinking about UFC 303. We know everyone's thinking about the status of the Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler fight scheduled for June the 29th in Las Vegas.
I'll get to it. Anyway, in the chat, let me know. Let me know right now. What are your emotions like? Are you stoked? Are you fired up that it looks very good that Conor McGregor will be competing against Michael Chandler? Do you not give a fuck? Do you not give a shit about this? Let me just say this. I'm very excited. Not only are we going to be seeing the return of the Notorious One and the return of Michael Chandler, but we're going to have that juice. We're going to have that buzz. We're going to be going into these fight nights. We're going to be going into Saudi Arabia. And then we're going to be capped off at the end of this month by the return of Conor McGregor. It's going to be a glorious ride for a combat sports fan. So I am very, very happy about this. I want to know in the chat how you feel. Here's Ariel.
And like I said, I acknowledge the fact that not a lot of information has been out there, and we have been trying to do our best to be as transparent and forthright and accurate as possible, because we know a lot of people are waiting on pins and needles to know the status of all of this, especially coming off Monday's postponement, cancellation of the press conference in Dublin, which we are all very much looking forward to. And the texts that I've received, the calls that I've received from people saying, should I cancel my flight? Should I keep it? Should I do this? I was planning on...
It would be funny if the UFC says, oh, shit, Ariel's predicting that this fight's going to happen, and then yank the fight and then clip Ariel, like, guaranteeing the fight's going to happen. If, like, they hate him so much, then they clip just that. That would actually be pretty funny.
Going, just tell me, mate, what's the scoop? I promise I won't tell anyone. It's been reminiscent to the first Diaz fight back in 2016. The build up to that. Is he staying? Is he not? All this stuff. And you are reminded of the power of one Conor McGregor. And so let's quickly bring you up to speed and tell you what I know as of right this second, 1:07 p.m. Eastern time. As you know, as I reported on Monday, on Sunday, word started to trickle in that the press conference was not going to happen. Michael Chandler was en route to the airport to go. He was all packed up. He was ready to go. From what I was told, to the airport to be there in Dublin. He was relishing it.
It's a Photoshop. There's a line under both armpits. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out, guys. Where's this line under the armpits? Hold on a second. Does anyone in the chat actually think it is Photoshopped? Like, I don't. I'm not one of those people. I know you could Photoshop anything, but I am not one of those people. And this picture, who knows when the picture was actually taken. I do think, though, I got to be honest with you, I do think that this is a recent picture, though.
He was excited about it, and then he got the word it might be off, and then he got the word by Sunday afternoon it is off, and not a lot of information was being shared all over the place. As you could see, not a lot is being put out there, and he's trying to stay the course about the reasons for it. On Monday's show, I laid out several reasons as to why that you could eliminate, several reasons that should not be attributed to the postponement or cancellation of this press conference. I laid it all out for you guys, and still I saw people saying, so basically he knows nothing. I mean, I don't even think...
Oh my God, dude, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, just get to it.
There were some smart people out there that were able to figure it out, and good on... And this is where the new information comes.
Just say it. We're 2 minutes and 35 seconds in, and he hasn't said a goddamn thing. It's just him patting himself on the fucking back. Like, his nose is getting in the way of what he's got to say. Like, can someone just get to it?
The vibes on Sunday were quite confused. The vibes on Monday were quite pessimistic. And there was anxiety, not just from you guys, not just from the fan base, not just from the community, but anxiety. There was anxiety. Okay, what's going on? No word as to why it was canceled. There's the message from Conor McGregor, which, you know, was it was good to hear from him. Obviously, it wasn't his typical Twitter message. It didn't mention June 29th, but that gave, I think, a little bit of optimism. But still, there was a lot of anxiety. Heading into Tuesday. And what I reported on Tuesday afternoon was that there was positivity, that they were holding out hope, but that they were also reaching out to people to gauge their interest as to whether or not they would step in as a replacement or to create a whole new main event.
Okay. So yes. So it just, everything is lining up in that way. And it's basically something that we thought in the beginning, right? Where this is where they got me when they start yanking the promo stuff. But my initial reaction was, hey, the guy got hurt. He just wants to make sure everything is good. And that's why they canceled the press conference. And I was like 50-50. Like, who knows? It could have been a serious injury. It could have not been a serious injury. Who the hell knows? But then it was like all the fucking ruckus. And when the UFC started doing things, I think the UFC started to realize, hey, man, this is going to really pick up steam. So let's start yanking some of this stuff and see what happens. They were probably testing to see how people would react. And sure enough, the entire internet exploded with people making videos and posts about this. And I think the UFC played along with it. They probably told Conor, chill. And that's when Conor just posted like his family stuff and you thank you God, like this cryptic shit, like, hey, here's my fucking drink. Here's this. Still, by the way, no images of Conor actually taking a sip of any alcohol. So I think he is taking this camp fairly serious. More pictures of this, you know, some delicious drinks that he can't have, right? Everyone else is having it. And then today, right before we go live, of course, this image pops up. So I think Conor is part of the troll game right now. I think, yes, he did have a doctor's appointment. He had to go. Something happened. Who knows? Or it could have been a family issue. It could have been one of the kids slipped on something, or, you know what I'm saying? And let me just say this. This picture right over here says, thank you, God, right? It has D and his daughter. So maybe, just maybe, the reason why these guys had to go to the doctor or whatever, or maybe it was just something related to the kids or the family. And it was like a family emergency, and Conor had to stop harpooning whales and, you know, doing blow and going to the fucking doctor's office, handling a family situation. That's very possible. I mean, the three people that are in this picture, and he says, thank you, God, maybe that's what it is. So here's more of Ariel rambling. Here we go.
They are not going to cancel UFC 303. There's too much attached to that event. UFC X, Hall of Fame, it's a big card, International Fight Week. So smart thing to do is to do your due diligence. See who's available, see who's out there.
Someone
the
actually posted the picture in the Discord. Okay, I'll check it out. Hold on. Let's get to the bottom of this. Super chat coming in from Casey Jones.
The produce guy at the store might be gay for me.
Whoa.
Neutral face.
Hey, Casey, is this someone that you see on a regular? Like, do you see them and you're like, wow, is this person fucking hitting on me? Or was it just like a one-time experience? Was it a multiple? Let me know, Casey, and thank you for the $2. I'm very interested. And not you, but in trying to figure out what's going on here. Okay, so let's see. Whoa. You gotta be your meat. Hey, we got an Ariel Dono. Go. Beat it. Helwani. Ariel Helwani. Nose is in the chat. Come on. Helwani. Perfect timing, Pale Monkey. Thank you.
Every time I hear Ariel's voice, a little part of me dies inside.
Yeah, he is the worst of the worst. I will say this, though. He used to be... what the fuck? Gay-ass voodoo? Okay, there's the picture. Thank
you. Wonderful, wonderful.
He used to be somewhat tolerable, and I've met him a couple of times. We took pictures together. He took a picture of me. He says, hey, can I have a picture with you? You're that guy from the MMA-Holes. I'm like, yeah, sure, anytime. Anytime, kid. But no, he was nice in person. Nice guy, gave me respect. And then, said shit after the fact. Like, I don't know. He's a weasel. He's a fucking weasel. He's a straight up weasel. But, he does have a lot of connections. A lot of people like, what does Ariel know? He knows as much as us. And he knows a little bit more just because of the connections he's made throughout the years. And, sometimes you got to listen to him to hear those connections or hear if he has any sort of breaking news or news that, he can kind of lead you in the right direction of. When it comes to news, I mean, Ariel's usually spot on when it comes to that, but you just got to get around all the other fluff of him patting himself on the back and whatever. Thank you, JL. Says Chandler will tear McGregor apart. Whoa, my God, that's violent. What do you mean, like really, like tear him apart? Like that's my wife saw a coyote, JBM. She saw a coyote outside. We were out with the kids, and it was a coyote just walking down the block. And Jessie was like, ah! Just lost her mind. And I jumped because I was like, what the fuck? Like, she's like blood-curdling scream, grabbed the kids, dragged them inside. Like, we saw, like, there was like a mountain lion walking down. It was one coyote. And apparently the coyote heard her and just darted off. I think she thought the coyote wanted to rip apart my children. I don't know. It was hot out. He was probably looking for a drink.
Monday, we're not going to do that again. But there aren't a ton of options. But the UFC is the best at pulling rabbits out of their hat. They figure things out on the fly. They've been here before. And in fact, they've been in worse spots with a shorter amount of time, and they still figure it out. So people took that part as, shit, it's off. Shit, it's off. The first sentence that I tweeted was, there's positivity, there's optimism, but they're doing their due diligence. They're looking around. They're sending out feelers, but nothing like, are you in, are you out, contract, nothing like that. Just seeing who might be out there. What are the options? What are the scenarios? Where do we stand? I could tell you as of last night and as of today, this morning, early afternoon, it's currently 1:10 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
I could tell you that there is great positivity that this fight is going forward. As of right now, if you're asking me straight up, to shoot with you all straight up, and I'm the only one doing it, is Conor McGregor going to fight Michael Chandler on June 29th? My answer is yes.
Okay. So he's pretty much saying he's fairly positive that it is going down. If you ask him, yes, it's going to happen. And then hours later, right before we go live, this picture pops up. Now, yes, listen, let me just say this. If I was Ariel, I'd be even more confident after seeing this picture. This is totally a troll job for sure. Like, this is Conor leaning into it, fucking with everybody. And I got to say, beautifully done. Because right before I went live and I saw this, I was like, fucking guy, man. Like, I was like, what the hell? I immediately had like this weight lifted and the uncertainty just flew right out the window. I immediately understood what was happening here. And listen, some people did say, hey, this is a marketing thing. Like I said before, I think this is a combination of both. I think it's a combination of something came up that was a little concerning, and now they're capitalizing off of it, and everyone's talking and streaming about it. So let me know in the chat what you think. We'll play this out. Let's see if Ariel has any other. I'm assuming he doesn't have anything else. I mean, he basically 4 minutes in, I think we got it, but let's see.
As of right now, do I know what happens tomorrow? Do I know what happens the next day? Do I know what happens in an hour? No. But as of right now, the vibes could not be any more different than Sunday and Monday. The positivity could not be any greater than what I was hearing on those two particular days. It is so much higher now. And there is great positivity, I would say, and great optimism that all systems are a go. And so I hope that suffices. I hope that people are happy with that. I hope that if you were worried about your flight, your ticket, et cetera, that you feel a little bit better now. Now, I say this and I reiterate. A million things can happen between now and tomorrow, now and this afternoon, now and dinner time, now and
now and dinner time. Well, what happened was this. What happened was this over here. I think that's for the good, right?
Next week. But as of right this second, everything that I am hearing is that there's great positivity, there's great optimism, and we've turned a bit of a corner here. Now, again, whatever happened over the weekend happened over the weekend, and perhaps there will be a time for people to discuss that. But I repeat, nothing illegal, nothing salacious, no PED use, no partying, none of that, okay?
I didn't believe in any of that shit either, to be honest with you. I think if any of that was the deal, shit would have leaked. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of the shit would have came out. If it was like something really fucked up, if it was PEDs, if it was, any of the big stuff that people are like, there's a certain witch hunt for Conor that, there are people out there that are like, you know what? I hope this guy just crashes and burns. I hope the worst possible thing happens to him. But no, I didn't get that. I did worry, though, about an injury, though. I mean, listen, he's coming off a pretty big injury. So that is a concern.
Laid it all out for you guys. Things happen. And you know what's so fascinating about this? If there wasn't a press conference scheduled for Monday, no one would have ever known about anything.
It's true. That is actually true, right? No press conference. No one be talking about shit. So that is true.
Things happen in the buildup to a fight that we never hear about, that we only hear about after the fact. Injuries, things that pop up, travel issues, drama with family, drama with training camp, drama with coaches. A gazillion things happen on the route to a fight, on the path to a fight, on the journey to a fight. A gazillion things happen. The only reason we found out about all of this is because they had something on Monday. The obstacles.
If the fight was off, Ariel would be dancing on the UFC's grave. I don't know, man. Like, usually I would say yeah, but he's like, you do have to remember, too, he's in really good with Conor, right, too. He gets a lot of these interviews, and he's got a fairly decent relationship with him. Now, not good enough, I guess, to really have, but who knows? Possibly one of the reasons why he's probably very confident is probably because he has some sort of contact to Conor. What about Dave Feldman? Wouldn't Dave Feldman's working with him. Wouldn't Dave Feldman have the information? Just shoot him a text and be like, yo, Conor, what's going on, bro? Give me a call. Like, I have a feeling, I got to be honest with you, I think Ariel knows. No pun intended.
Wonderful.
I think he does know. He has too many connections to Conor. I think he knows.
Popped up, and it forced the plug to be pulled on this event. If this event, this press conference, wasn't scheduled for Monday, we would have never found out about anything. And that's the great irony as it pertains to all this. Do I think they reschedule? As of right now, there's no talk of that in terms of the press conference. I want to be clear. Do I think they reschedule it for Dublin? I think the time is of the essence now. Where
yeah, I don't know where you're going to squeeze it in. I mean, maybe they could, but I don't know. It seems like you got to fly Chandler out as it gets closer. Like, if I'm Chandler, I'd be like, hey, you had your opportunity,
24 days away. I think it's.
I mean, Chandler it would be a beast move by Chandler. So yeah, fuck it, whenever you want, I'll fly to Dublin in the middle of my training camp. Like, that's, I don't know, that's crazy.
Tight.
But then again, he's getting paid obnoxious money for this, so maybe he would. I don't know.
Ask a Michael Chandler to fly. I think he's one of the very few that would do it. Do they feel like the ship has sailed? Maybe. All I know is that's not really being discussed at the moment. There are bigger fish to fry. But I know that from everything I've heard, the UFC brass has been amazing. They've been supportive. They've been on board. They've had everyone's back. And there is great optimism that this is going forward. And I can assure you, whenever the brass meets with the press at any point between now and then, and someone asks them about this, they'll say it's bullshit and that it was much ado about nothing.
Oh yeah, it's exactly like I said before. Yeah, it's gonna turn into, they're gonna be dancing on. They're gonna be, oh my god, yo, Dana's gonna go nuts. Dana's gonna go fucking nuts. That's why you don't listen to these idiots,
And that you.
I think honestly, they set a trap. That's what they did. They got extra promotion from it, and they weaseled the entire internet, to quote unquote break news or try to figure out what was going on and release stuff that made look seem like it was real. Yeah, Dana's gonna have a field day with this shit. Are you guys talking about Uncrustables? I tell you what, Uncrustables a little overrated, no? A little bit. Michael Chandler has his own brand. Like, he got into bed with another company that I would love to work with. It is healthier version of Uncrustables. Fun fact, I never knew what it was until I met Jesse. I had no idea. I'd never had an Uncrustable before. But there's like a healthier protein packed version of that Michael Chandler works with. Have you guys ever tried it?
Believe the media, and if it didn't come from us, don't believe it. But everything I have reported is 1,000% fact from Monday to now. And I feel confident in sitting here right now based on everything.
Okay, so we got it, Ariel. So you're just repeating the same shit. All right, so in the chat, what do you guys think about this over here? I'm severely positive now about it. I'm actually very excited. I'm like, well, hey, this looks pretty good now. Like, it seems like it's a shtick. it could have started out a little dicey, and now it's all cleared up, and Conor's already putting shit out there. If I'm looking at his Twitter, I think Instagram and Facebook was the only place. It is interesting. Yeah, only Instagram and Facebook. Twitter is pretty much, reposting stuff, old Conor stuff, the good old days, some Black Forge Irish, whatever. This is on June 1st. I'm hitting little pads. Let's see. Oh, what is love? Baby, don't hurt. So this is June 1st. Let's see. Let's see how he looks. 100% thought Conor was quitting. I think a lot of people thought that, okay, this is it. It's over, man. Conor McGregor, that's it. He's washed up. It's over. Listen, he can get smashed by Michael Chandler. It's not impossible. Michael Chandler, Chandler should win, right? But nope, that's not what's going to happen. Conor's going to go in there and fucking mow him down, baby. And here he is hitting pads to, what is love? Baby, don't hurt me. He's looking slim out there, man. Looking slim. So he's not, packing on all that muscle that he had before. He's just in really solid shape, getting ready to go against Michael Chandler. I mean, I wonder what is the backup plan. There's got to be someone in there. God forbid something last minute just falls apart. How are they going to pull this? There's got to be something really interesting in there, right? I'm like 90% sure this fight ain't happening. Wow, James Stacks is 90% sure. I tell you what. Listen, yesterday, that's where I was. That's where I was yesterday. I was like, this is fucking bullshit, man. But then again, I was having a really bad day yesterday, so that probably didn't help. I feel great right now. Right now, I think Conor McGregor is going to fucking come back. It's going to be great. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Let's see. Read the labels now, too. That's because it's not real food. Oh, you guys are still talking about Uncrustables? There's like a whole side story about Uncrustables in the live chat. You got to love. It's so weird. When I do uploads, like I don't have the luxury of the live chat to, have little side missions going on. And then I'm like, okay, let me see what's going on in the chat. Oh, they're talking about Uncrustables. Let me get back to what I was talking about. Uncrustables. Uncrustables are healthy for you. No, they're not. What are you talking about? It's just garbage, man. It's just junk food. That's all it is. But hey, if you enjoy it, eat it. Eat that shit. Live your life. You do you. Let's see what else we got over here. So now let's go down the rabbit hole of Conor McGregor, right? Let's see. Because Twitter has been just lit up lately. All right. So Ariel posted this here. We did that already. We're there already. Volkanovski threw his name in the hat to fight against Chandler. Not the same thing. I would be interested in a fight like that for sure. But that's got to be bumped to co-main. You need something. I don't know. You need something juicy. How do you mimic, the star power of Conor? Not who he is as a fighter right now. The star power. How do you mimic that and make the excuse of the ticket prices being like $4,000 a seat? You know what I'm saying? It's nuts. McGregor fight is not canceled. Conor never drops out of a fight. This is just marketing 101. Like I said, I think it's a hybrid. I think it's a little bit of both. I think there was an injury. Something was going on. And they had to make sure everything was good to go and then move forward. But yeah, if he does make the walk for 303, that means, yes, Conor has never, ever pulled out of a fight. Jake Gyllenhaal accidentally punched Conor. Okay. Let's see. Is Dana White, Conor McGregor, and Michael Chandler 303 weekday fever dream is absolutely Looney Tunes. Dylan Dennis to Conor McGregor as Booger Beard 1. Is to Booger Beard. I don't know what Booger Beard talks about. Here's Floyd Mayweather versus Conor. Remember that first round? That was fun, man. The first two rounds of McGregor Mayweather when Mayweather was just toying with them a little bit, just a little toying. That was fun. And then Mayweather started really fighting, and then it started to all go downhill. Ryan Garcia followed Conor McGregor's playbook and added some tricks. I tell you what, I think with Conor McGregor posting all those videos or all those videos getting leaked of Conor partying at the clubs and all, nothing showing that he's drinking, but him and D making out on the dance floor and all that shit. Yeah, he's probably having a good time, but I got to be honest with you. I honestly think that he fucking is playing everybody when it came to those videos. Now, this could be part of the mix. I mean, this clearly is. This picture here, clearly part of him, trolling and playing around. But yeah, man, it's all over the place. The UFC has not shared any promotion content about the UFC 303 on either X or Instagram since the canceled news conference. So these are the posts that have been circling around all over the place. Now, this is 26 minutes ago. Even 26 minutes ago, they're still posting shit like that. This is the Athletic. Like, bro, you were so behind. You are clearly behind in the news. Like, what the hell? New York Times. The Athletic. Is that like a subdivision of the New York Times? What the fuck? What's this one? Ultimate Fight Fans. Yeah, make sure you don't follow that account. They're about 5 to 6 days late. Here's Conor McGregor making out with D. Some people like, what is his wife going to think about this? He's like, guys, this is his fiance. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. And he's got it's so fucking weirdly set up. Look, he's got his cell phone with the light on, just shining it down on himself, like clear, like, you're taking a picture yet? Here's me fiance. Look at me nips. Look at me fiance. Look at me nips. Yeah. Look at her. Look at. Did you take the shot? Yeah. All right. Let me get back to the Lambo yacht. Look at this, man. He's just fucking trolling. So funny, man. Everyone eating it up. MMA Twitter theorizes Conor McGregor's health status after Instagram post goes viral. Oh my God, dude. What the fuck? Epic return for Conor McGregor. Can he take down Michael Chandler? So it looks like people are starting to talk about, the actual matchup now. I think now we can pivot. Right, guys? I mean, now we can pivot. Now we can start talking, as the fight gets closer, we can start saying, okay, who's going to win this thing? And I want to know in the chat right now who's winning. We got an event this weekend. We'll glaze over that card. By the way, come on over to MMA-Holes.tv. Check our website out over here, MMA-Holes.tv. We got a brand spanking new Pick'em League. We also made an adjustment. Let me talk to you guys in the chat about this so you guys have an idea of what we're doing. So basically, if you go on over, MMA-Holes.tv, Goat Milk is our Pick'em League, and check it out. You got Imavov versus Cannoneer coming up. This is on our website. You can make your picks. You got your whole tail of the tape thing over here. You got to sign in, of course. I didn't sign in yet. Hold on, I'll sign in so I can show you. Bum, 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 bum. But yeah, MMAHoles.tv is the website. We give a belt away at the end of the year. It's a glorious belt. And this is our first challenge on our website. So this is like year 1 of Goat Milk. We've been doing it on Tapology. We had the biggest UFC Pick'em League on Tapology. Now we're doing it in-house on MMAHoles.tv. And this is going to turn into your one-stop shop to hang with the communities that you love. But yeah, the return of Dominic Reyes, holy smokes. He's the favorite? Oh, no, he's the underdog. Dustin Jacoby. I should tell them to put a plus next to that number. Has a minus, so the favorites, but, well, I guess you can figure it out, right? Yeah, I mean, some might think that the minus is the favorite. They might get a little confused, so maybe a plus next there would work. Anyway, Stoltzfus is on his thing. Actually, Raul Rosas Jr. is returning. Pretty cool stuff. But anyway, go on over to MMAHoles.tv. You make your pick. You can say knockout. You can go submission. You can go decision. You can pick your rounds, the whole deal. But people that were doing the picks, we got a lot of messages from people. I'm not going to save that. We'll do that on Friday. So I'm going to lock in the picks on Friday. Tune into that show. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, of course. But if you look at last week, so Coy won last week's Goat Milk, but there was a little bit of an issue. And I want to talk to the chat about this right now. We have, if you get the fight correct, it's 50 points. If you get the decision, it's an extra 15 points on top of your 50. Now, if you go for submission or knockout, it's 25 points there, but the round is 50 points. And I was like, I like that the round is more, but I think we made it too high. When I spoke to the team about it, I was I was getting the DMs from people, and people had their concerns. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Because God forbid there's a time where someone has like 7 wins and then beats someone with 11 wins. You know what I'm saying? So we got to kind of tweak that. So we did. An update coming up is we're going to make the round 35 points instead of 50 points. So Coy Might not be the winner of next week, but Koi, slide into the DMs and I'll send you a shirt, okay? I'll send you a shirt. You'll still have a lot of points. You'll still be up there, but chances are you're not going to be in first place. But I think that's a necessary change that we need to make moving forward because 50 points seemed a little steep. So that's the update on Goat Milk. But go on over, MMA-Holes.tv, join the Pick'em League, and at the end of the year, the strap will be given to the person with the most points. Let's go, baby. But yeah, that card, let's just take a peek at it. Let's see. Cannonier versus Imavov. So that's at 2 p.m. Well, the main event, I think, is at 2 p.m. Louisville, Kentucky. Anyone in Kentucky? Anyone going to this thing? Yes, good job. Thank you, Carl. Can you have a great? What? Cannonier believes in the crystals. Oh, my God. Yeah, the crystals are freaking great. But the main event's pretty interesting, and the odds are very close in this thing. So Imavov versus Cannonier I kind of like. Winner is like right up there, right in the mix. Not quite, I don't say number one contender, but like maybe after this one more fight, you could put him right in the mix. Or if something happens, you could slide him in. But Jacoby versus Reyes. Reyes is always a fun guy to watch fight. It's just he's been on a really horrible skid. Like really bad. I don't know. This guy was undefeated and then just completely fell off the rails. But yeah, you look at him. He's on a 4-fight losing streak in a row over here. 1 unanimous decision and then 3 knockouts, like violently taken out. The fight against Yuri Prohaska still. I tell you what, Dominic Reyes versus Yuri Prohaska and Yoel Romero versus Paulo Costa are like 2 of my favorite fights ever. I love both. Those fights are so good, so rewatchable. So we'll see what Dominic Reyes has when he comes back. What did it say? It has, how long ago was his last fight? Damn, it's been a minute. He keeps getting injured. So his last fight was Adesanya Pereira. That was November 12th, 2022. Oh, my God. 2022 of November. Damn, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. But yeah, the return of Raul Rosas Jr. versus Tercios. That's a fire fight with 2 young prospects. Stoltz's versus Ferreira. Julian Marquez, Miley Cyrus's boyfriend. Soriano versus Baez. Oh, Zachary Reese is actually a fun dude. I think he's from the Contender Series, right? If I'm remembering correctly, Zachary Reese. Let's go check out his. Yep, the Contender Series. He had a submission. Eli Aronov. I do remember him. Yeah, he was a fun guy. Okay, so that's a cool fight. Soriano versus Baez, good fight. Thiago Moises is always fun against Ludwig Klein. Prates versus Radke. Oh, God, Brad Katana. Fucking hell, I can't stand. Well, that's an SBG guy, but I can't stand. I can't stand watching that guy. Oh, the Nazi, Andrea Lee's on the card. Versus De La Rosa, Marcos Castaneda. John Castaneda. We got 2 ladies. One's undefeated. Lapalus versus Cody Stamen, the guy with no neck. He's very low on the card. Cody's usually in a fun fight, so okay. I like it. Okay, it's not a bad fight night. So we'll be live for this Saturday. This Saturday night.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let's scroll through some more of the news. Let's see what else Jedi put over here. I'm curious. What other news can we discuss about? But guys in the chat, what do you think? I want your updates on the Conor situation. What do you think? You fired up? You fired up about the Notorious one? It's looking pretty good. It went from grim to wonderful, wonderful. Look, it's looking pretty good over here. So I'm feeling good. I'm back to listen. I'm back. I'm 90% saying he is going to fight. 10% he's not. I'm very optimistic now. So what a difference a day makes, right? Very, very optimistic. The roller coaster ride of the Notorious one. I knew the fight was still on. It's just a press delay. And they went with each other's report. They added their own concern based on the reports before them, and it transformed into fight canceled. Well, they said fight postponed. That was the release. So according to them, it's still happening, right? It's postponed. I hope it gets some good picks this week. Yeah, Lieutenant, you're going to do fantastic. I'm fired down, Chris. He's wasted years of the fans' time screwing around, and he's a shit actor. Wow, that's grim. But I will say this. The UFC shelved him. It wasn't him. Like, he wanted to fight during COVID. The UFC would not let him fight in the Apex. So that's not on. That's like a fact. They did not want Conor McGregor to fight in the Apex because they wanted him to walk in an arena and sell those tickets. They know they're going to get the pay-per-view sales. They know they're going to, like, look at the prices at 303, like $4,000 a ticket, you know, to get in there. So that's the UFC's fault. He actually could have fought, you know. So don't blame Conor. Blame actually the UFC for that one. I mean, you could blame Conor for other shit. That not being one of them. UFC St. Louis board shows 14 Dana White Contender Series vets. My goodness. 14? Holy smokes. Holy cheap labor, Dana. 14? Mike, what are they paying him, like $40 a person? Drew Sober. Oh, yo, I reached out to Beast Boy, but he didn't answer. But I did reach out last second. Beast Boy Davis got matched up against Drew Dober. So I got to drag him back on. Oh, shit. I just realized I'm doing an interview tomorrow. Let's see. Is that guy in the chat? Steven? Steven in the DMs? You in the chat, bud? Shit. Thank God these people swung back around. What time's the interview? So I'm doing an interview with this guy, Steven. Okay. Okay, let's do it. I'm in. I think. I hope I'm in. Man, I totally forgot. Thank God. Now I understand why fighters do that. All right, so whoever this Steven guy is, if you're in the chat, let me know. Yeah, so I reached out to Mike Davis. I'm going to try to get him back on over here to talk about. He's fighting Drew Dober. That's such a banger. Beast Boy Davis versus Drew Dober. That's a fire fight at lightweight. Okay, let's see what else he's got over here. Episode 1 on ESPN average 1. Oh, here we go. Tough 32. So did anyone watch Tough? I didn't, honestly, like during the day I was talking a little shit about it and I did not watch it. So did anyone watch Tough and what was your thoughts on it? What was your review of Tough with Shevchenko versus Grasso? Did you like it? I mean, I am not going to watch it. Even if you do like it, I'm not going to watch it. There's no way. But yeah, let me know. All right, it sucked. It was dog shit. I mean, Jesus Christ. Does anyone think it was good? The fight was good, but the talking sucked. Yeah, man. I used to just, I got to the point where I just would fast forward and just watch the fights. I would record it. But now, I mean, I don't even like watching the fights because they keep cutting to the coaches. Like you're watching the fight and then they just, I guess for the cinematic thing, they want to show the coaches yelling and screaming. It's like, bro, put them in the corner or something. I didn't mind it. Good fight at the end. Doberman, Hound of Baskerville. You still talk to him. I watched the fight. I had to mute it because a woman yelling the whole time. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm fucking good. Fucking Shevchenko's voice is the worst. I fucking can't stand to listen to her talk. Oh, Grasso seems like a good coach. Grasso seems like a sweetheart. Actually, they both seem very nice. Shevchenko and Grasso seem nice. I shouldn't make fun of them. That's fucking Valentina. Yeah, Eminem dropped that album. That was pretty good. Man, slow news day. They had Feldman and what the fuck? Why was Feldman and this dude on here? Shaka Kiraba. Who killed WCW? Oh, the Rizin dude? Wait, are they? Wait, hold on a second. So is he wait, is he doing something with BKFC? If he regrets selling Pride to the UFC. Holy shit. Oh my God. I didn't know it was that dude. Hold on a second here.
ダナにも同じ質問されましたけど、後悔してないです。
Yeah, it's funny you asked. Dana asked me the same question. But no, I have no regrets.
That's fascinating that he would ask you that question. I saw that you were with him recently, and maybe.
Of course, Ariel would ask that. Why is David Feldman there? What the fuck? Oh, here we go. Man, I tell you, I missed a lot today, huh? David Feldman announces BKFC Rizin partnership will start on June 12th, July 12th. What? What? I didn't know that.
Today we get to announce official.
He looks so much like Beavis. God, I wish I could tell you about my conversations behind closed doors. I wish I could. I can't fucking tell you anything. One day. I wish I can tell you some of this shit.
Partnership with BKFC and Rizin to produce bare knuckle fighting championship shows in Japan and all over the Southeast Asia region, as well as assist Rizin in whatever else that they need from around the world. We're starting this off on July 12th with having Shinosuke fight on our card that we have at July 12th at Pachanga Casino.
I will say this. I think I could say this. I heard that the Conor McGregor deal with BKFC is not what you think it is. I did hear that from a little birdie. I'm not going to say who I heard it from, but I heard from a little birdie that the Conor McGregor deal with BKFC is not exactly how they presented it. I'm just going to say that.
In California, and then we're going to have two big fights fight on his huge card that he's doing. I believe the date is July 29th in Tokyo in front of 40,000 people.
I tell you what, when this guy talks, he really wakes you up, right? He really gets you going.
That's going to be our debut.
That's why Dana, I mean, he yells and we make fun of Dana for yelling, but at least he's interesting. He's like, what's up, everybody? He could be talking about his fucking bull. I got this bull that Cowboy Cerrone's going to... And then this guy's like...
Japan, and we're
He's
really
like falling asleep while he speaks.
super excited about this partnership and to partner with such a legend like Saki Kabura.
It's like, it was like a struggle to get that out. Dude, bro, this should be big news. Like, this is how you're going to deliver it? He sounds like he's bored by the news. Like, you can't announce it, but like, yo, guys, I got some really cool fucking news. Check this out. And then just belt it out. David Feldman, hire me. I'll be the face of BKFC. Or just have Conor do it. Just have Conor belt this shit out. Like, what the fuck, man? It's so uninteresting.
Is this like a...
He's AI. Yeah, it does. It seems like even his face looks AI. Like, it looks like it's misproportionate and shit. Looks like he should have like 7 fingers.
a financial investment arrangement, or is it just like an arrangement where we're going to share talent and, you know, work together?
By the way, I had no idea that he had these guys on. It's kind of interesting to me, but I had no fucking clue. I am so off the grid with Ariel.
Right now, it's a talent share, and we're going to work together and co-promote. And I think it's going to move into the plans are to move into a lot bigger.
Dude, what the fuck? You just putting what were people saying? And was anyone in the live chat when he was being interviewed? Like, were people just putting Z's? Like, what the fuck, man? Dude, like, what is he do? Is he trying to sell this shit, or is he trying to like put us? Bro, wake up! Aren't you sponsored by an energy drink or some shit? Chug it before you go live on Ariel. You know, I'm really excited about this. It's gonna be a big deal. You know, we're partnering up on
partnership, and I think, you know, after the excitement that they already received with BKFC and the legendary stuff that Saki Gabora has already done, and the moves that we're making, I think.
Thank God I didn't interview this guy. Who would put you all to sleep? Listen, he's doing some good things. BKFC is a fun product. It's totally opposite of his personality. You know, you guys really got to... I could just see him at the pre-fighter meeting, like right before they go, you know, guys, I want you guys to really put it all out there because, you know, there's a lot on the line. You can get a bonus, and if you win the fight, you know, you never know what's next. You could be a champion. So I want you to all go out there and get it, okay? Put on a good show. Maybe that's why he tells the sob story. Maybe he's just like... Maybe he's like... I blew my life savings on BKFC, so if you don't fight, I'm going to fail. I'm going to be living on the street, so if you can, you know, maybe fight and shit, you know, that'd be cool. Like, what does he say to these guys? That's why he gives them a sob story, because he doesn't know how to amp them up. Like, what does he sound like in the bedroom when he's laying on his wife? All right, do you like that? Well, would you like me to move your leg over and maybe perhaps I take the doggy-style position? In that position, I would think about nutting, but I am not quite sure if I'm going to do it from that position. Maybe I'll flip you back over, pull it out, and stick my dick in your mouth. Would you consider sucking it down your throat? Would you like me to place it on your nipples, your areola, or like what is he?
It's just a natural fit for both of us, and I think you're going to see bigger and better things from this partnership. And I'm really, really excited about it. I mean, look, we just did the partnership with Conor McGregor.
They got them, and BYB's got Dada. Like, think about the difference. Like, if Dada 5000 was just yanked and thrown into BKFC, dude, BKFC would be the biggest promotion of all time. Like it would just. Could you imagine Dada 5000 selling a Mike Perry fight? It would be phenomenal. And BYB's got some cool stuff that's coming out. But man, oh man, how is this guy doing this? Now, how's this guy fucking doing this?
McGregor a month ago. Now we're doing a partnership with Saki Gabora. We have 3 other huge partnerships that were announced in the next 3 to 4 weeks, and I think a lot of great things are happening for this organization. And
how is it doing so well? I don't understand.
To team up with very respected individual like Saki Gabora.
He's just, oh my god, dude, what the fuck? I didn't hear a word he said. Yeah, this is the poster that they released for 304. Dude, the drugs that these people must be on, the UFC. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but here's the... Wait, hold on a second. They just put it sideways. Like, what the fuck, dude? This is the official UFC 304 poster. It's just basically like, don't worry. Conor McGregor's fighting at 303. We just had to slap this thing together. This is an actual 304 poster. Like, what is happening? The mushrooms, the psychedelics, like, what is happening with this thing? They literally took the Getty images, the PNGs, they just slid them sideways, put gold on one side, white on the other. Unbelievable, man. Unfucking believable. It's like comical. But that's, the UFC's so big, they don't give a shit. Look at the Conor McGregor posters. They don't try. They literally did not even try with this. My fucking 3-year-old daughter could make a better one than that. Curtis Blades. I like Curtis. I was supposed to have him on, and I had the most interesting emails back and forth with Blades. Like, he controls the bookings, and it was the oddest conversation I've ever had with a human being. I was like, you know what? I think we'll pass. I think I'm not going to keep on. I would love to interview him. He's a nice guy. But the oddest conversation. And I got to be honest with you, I hope he beats Aspinall. It'd be so fucking funny if Blades beats Aspinall. I don't hate Aspinall. In fact, I think Aspinall is one of the more exciting heavyweights out there. But it would just be so funny to see Blades win, Like, imagine Blades is the champion. Like, he's got, like, the speech impediment. He's got the belt over his shoulder. He's just a gentle giant. It'd be great, man. You ever see the video of Curtis Blades getting trolled by that fucking kid? The kid found his, like, Skype number or some shit like that, or FaceTime. And Blades is like, why are you doing this to me? Like, he was, like, so sweet. I kind of want him to win.
Are you surprised that they're doing this in the middle of the night?
I'm very surprised. It's almost like a slight. I'm like, you guys, you don't.
Wait, hold on. Curtis Blades on his fight with Aspinall, they offered it to Gon first. I was the consolation. So Gon shut it down and Blades came in. Man, what's up with Gon?
Leon and Tom enough to give them a normal title fight.
Could you imagine if he was the champion? Like, he's got this speech impediment and shit. Try to get the belt from me. I should go into fucking hell. But could you imagine? Like, he's got the belts, knowing it, like John Jones. Yeah, man. I'm gonna let my wife suck and fuck me. Then I'm gonna come after your belts. I'm gonna take your interim strap from you. You could try to do it, but you're not gonna get it from me. Could you imagine? Like, he's the fucking, and then he beats John Jones. I just beat the GOAT. Just beat the GOAT.
This situation, I don't think they would do this to McGregor. There's no way they would do this to McGregor or
this poor guy, such a nice dude.
There are certain guys they wouldn't do this to, and I just think it's a little disrespectful to those guys. I know they don't give a damn about me, but I'm talking about.
Yeah, I hope he wins. I really hope he fucking beats the shit out of Aspinall. He's not going to. Aspinall's going to run him over. I really think Aspinall is just going to buzz. So Aspinall is one of the most special heavyweights you've seen in a while.
You feel like you're fighting for the real heavyweight title?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right. The great Yash. You're right. Yeah, it was right after Blades got knocked out. It was this fat troll that just called him up and just started, like, just ripping on him. And, like, Blades was there with his girl. And Blades was like, why are you doing this to me? Meanwhile, Blades could kill this kid. Like, he literally could rip him in half. Like how King Kong took out that fucking... I was watching that King Kong Godzilla sequel thingy, and he just grabs the fucking lizard thing and just rips it in half. That would be Curtis Blades on this guy. He just rip him right in half like he's nothing. You know? But I like Curtis. I hope he wins.
John won the heavyweight belt off of Cyril Gahn, who got the belt off of.
This poor guy's fighting for the. You can't give him a head. Like, you can't get him a microphone and some good Wi-Fi.
Was that with Eric Lewis? It was an interim title.
No, it was a vacant. It was not even there. He wasn't even champ. It was vacant because Francis left. You remember?
Yeah. Yes. Oh yeah. I know John's gonna hear this and like, what? He doesn't view me as the best heavy. No, John. I'm sorry. I don't think he's actually fought a heavyweight.
Imagine he's the champion. Oh my God, it'd be so fucking funny. Oh, Sarukian was. When was this? Sarukian. I like Sarukian, but I like him and I don't like him. It's weird. What do you do with the alligator after what? Armin Sarukian says his fight with Islam Makhachev will probably be in October in Abu Dhabi. It's interesting. Run it back.
Yeah, it hasn't confirmed yet. So
Sarukian's like if Khabib and Ringo Starr had a kid. He's like a beetle. He's like a neckbeard beetle. It's weird, right? Look at him. Right, he's kind of has like he's got the beetle hairdo, and he sounds like Ringo. He kind of looks like Ringo a little bit. You think Ringo and Khabib fucked?
Okay,
we done.
Did you?
And hopefully they're gonna send me contract. And yeah, he wants to fight in New York.
We all live in a yellow submarine.
In Square Garden. It's the best case scenario for me.
Fucking
like
Ringo. Ringo neckbeard.
You like that one?
It's one of the best places, in the world for fighting. It's a history place, Madison Square Garden, and like a lot of fighters fought there. So,
November that would be. November, Madison Square Garden, Islam, Armin, sure. John Jones. Imagine Islam, Armin, Bones, Stipe. I wish it was the winner of. Well, who knows? But yeah, most likely it's going to be Bones and Stipe. That'd be kind of cool. Bones, Stipe, Islam, and Armin. They might do a 3-champ thing there. It looks like Ringo Starr that humps goats in Russian mountains. Mustang's blades fell off the Empire State Building. Yeah, I did say him ripping a lizard apart like... did you guys see that, man? It was so bad. Me and Jesse turned it off. I like the Godzilla King Kong stuff, but that fucking movie's horrible. I was watching a little bit. I was like, oh, maybe my kid would like watching big King Kong Godzilla shit. And it was so fucking bad. I just had to shut it off. Chiesa Curse. What's this about?
Are you familiar with this Chiesa Curse?
Yeah, I am. I'm the one that came up with it.
Really?
I came up with, yeah.
God, I hope Tony Ferguson beats the shit out of him.
It's my job, dude. I'm an analyst. Sometimes I got to think of weird things and break down fights.
How do you figure that out? That is, so it's every fighter who you beat in the UFC lost their next one. Every fighter who's beat me has lost their next one. So
every fighter that's beat him lost his next one.
I figured it out when Bilal was fighting Vicente, because Vicente's next fight was Bilal.
Oh, no one cares. No one cares. All right, so if you're just jumping in now, we basically debunked the 303 garbage that's been going around of Conor McGregor not competing. He's going to compete. It's going to happen, guys. It's looking really good. He's at the old doctor's office over here. He's kind of memeing people and just goofing with people and trolling. The UFC pretty much is all systems go, it looks like. Ariel's confirming it, that he thinks it's pretty much a go. All the panic that we've had and other people had online, disregard. I was pretty bummed yesterday, but I'm feeling pretty good. Conor will fight Michael Chandler. Now the question is, who's going to win the fight? Now we can finally move forward and say, okay, who's winning this fucking thing? We're not talking about, oh, is he fighting? Is he not fighting? That ship has sailed, and the Notorious One will be back in the octagon at UFC 303. Anything else I missed in the chat before I go? I want to thank everyone for stopping by. It's been a wonderful, wonderful stream.
Wonderful.
But, of course, we cannot go all night. Hearing nothing but good things about Godzilla -1. Godzilla -1's fire. That's fire. I mean, I'll put it to you this way. Visually stunning. It is, it's, of course, it's, dubbed. But you can get past that pretty quick. This story is nothing to go crazy over. But it's just cool. It's just a kind of a cool movie. It's on Netflix, so check it out. Gummy Gang, maybe Gummy Gang tomorrow. Yeah, maybe, possibly. Chiesa just dissed himself. Yeah, that was weird, right? I don't know. I'm not a Chiesa fan. He's fucking annoying. He's another annoying one. Duke Chronic, hey, Duke bro. Remember Gummy Gang? Yeah, I do. It was a good place. It's a good place. I've been feeling like shit lately. I've been having this pain and shit going on over here. So I've been kind of not quite taking. I'm still streaming almost every fucking day. But every once in a while I got to pump the brakes. Conor McKnox. Knox is coming back, baby. They should fight for the possession of Chandler's son. So you're saying Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler. The winner gets the adopted children. All right. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. I appreciate it. It was a great time with you. Thank you for the likes. Thank you to the donos. I'll see you on Friday on this channel and Saturday for the fight nights. Goat Milk is on MMA-Holes.tv. And yes, Gummy Gang is our second channel, so go check that out. Don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole. Good night, guys.